But as far as sex is concerned, for me, I'm definitely a man that has a high tolerance, a high need for for that. And a lot of women, like they figure their body's their body, and when they say no, that means no. And it's understand you can't take it from them, but you cannot. No, that's what that is. That was that feedback.
Okay.
But you cannot you cannot withhold favors or relationships or your marital responsibilities and expect it to go your way. When it comes to him being staying with you, because they say a man would leave with no problem, and me, shit, you got a couple of times before
honestly I'm
making a decision.
Honestly, I'm quite forgiving about that. It's just that's a large hurdle to jump about your woman cheating on you. I don't know how to take that.
Fortunately, I got a really, really good woman. I love you, baby. I love my baby. But I'm just speaking from if we wasn't together. Just saying, just if I was single and if I was just dating or something like that, or if I found a significant other that I was trying to, to vibe with, and come to find out, perfect example. When I was 19, I figured I'm going to take it back. When I was 19, I mean, this is kind of how I'm feeling right now. I had a job. I was there. I dated Vicky. That chick Vicky. I was in love with her chocolate ass. Bitch, you gave me the crabs. You thought I forgot about that shit? I was wondering why I was itching. Hey, I ain't never messed with nobody but you. Hey, you need to keep your shit together. Hope you ain't get nobody else that shit. But I digress.
You think that was coming out to me?
Yeah. 20 years later, I'm facing all of my enemies, and them crabs that you gave me was the enemy of me.
That says a lot for you.
Can kiss my ass with your tongue out, you rat bitch. And
gotcha, bitch.
You stupid. But anyway, I was in love with her, right?
Right.
I was in love with her, and she was my everything at one time. And then she started dating, a dude that sold dope. I had a job. I wasn't making much money, but she started dating somebody that actually that had made money. Dude, that stuff, that broke me down. You know what I'm saying? Because she was my everything. And we used to get it in. I'm talking about, what they say, fuck for hours and stuff like that. Nigga, your boy, your man's, we went 7 hours straight, nonstop. Humping. I did not pull out one time. Nigga, her shit was swollen shut. Nigga, it wasn't no stopping. We was little jackrabbits,
like a 7-month pit bull.
It was done. Nigga, I was scabbed up. I was bleeding, nigga. But you couldn't tell me shit. No, and I know. I'm like, look, I laid it down. You ain't going nowhere. And she left me. She left me for another nigga, man. And that was not only was it daunting, that shit was hurtful. That shit hurt a lot.
Yeah, you
can't
buy that type of hurt. I would bottle that hurt up and drop it off somewhere.
I went to jail because I started dope because she wanted a dope dealer and I wasn't that. Got locked up 2 weeks later. Dope selling ain't for me. Bitch, you got me locked up. That crab infested pussy got me locked. you filthy whore, you. No, it's cool. It's cool, but I'm cool. I'm back. So, those experiences made me who I am today.
And we was in a church right now. They'd be like, your trials and tribulations work with your patience. The Lord gonna bring you through, son.
Yeah, man. I ain't get through it till I get that crab spray and get my shit together.
I think that's and then let's just say this, and then while we keep talking, this is our third podcast, and we're coming from a little bit raw with you guys, so you gotta forgive us. So the story I'm gonna tell again is I was 16 and lived on the street, and a neighbor, older woman, cooked me some spaghetti. And my mother had never gave me that story about women and spaghetti. She never said anything.
But you put real on yourself?
No. I brought spaghetti home. My mother was like, "You gonna eat that?" I'm like, "Of course I'm gonna eat it." This woman made it. She like, "Oh, okay," and she didn't say anything.
Right.
So the next day, my father found out I ate spaghetti. Like, "Hey man, what you eat that spaghetti for?" I'm like, "The lady made it down the street. I know her. What's wrong with that?" He like, "You know what happened to people who put stuff in spaghetti?" I'm like, "No, why wouldn't you say that earlier to me?" And I just see me eat spaghetti. Next thing you know, I'm trying to ride this old lady on my bike to the store, but you ain't saying nothing about it. I done cut her grass and trimmed her trees and everything.
What's up with the spaghetti?
Well, it's an old saying, Southern saying about women put menstrual.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's like, but my mom,
Louisiana.
But my mom is the first lady. My dad's a pastor, and it say nothing to me about that. And then that goes to the same thing about how parents get away with lying to you all the time, because it's a long story. But I just couldn't believe they wouldn't say nothing like that. So that kind of hurt me too. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, I dated a woman 11 years older than me.
Oh, is that
Ain't that about something? Ain't nobody see that coming, did they? First wife, 11 years older than me. She about as goofy as goofy can get. And here I am.
Very smart.
Love spaghetti. She ain't that goddamn smart. She got a lot of
books. She can cook spaghetti. She could cook some spaghetti.
Yeah, garlic bread and everything.
Oh man, you know, I married my first my wife 3 years older than me. She knew every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't tell me. I couldn't tell her nothing. One good thing is when you take sex out of the equation of a relationship, you really find out what type of friends that you. And girls, if y'all want to know if a dude like you, take sex off the table altogether.
Don't you believe that?
I'm saying, but just if you want a friend, tell that nigga you ain't giving him no pussy.
Don't you believe?
No, that. Wait, Richard, you gotta understand what my thing is.
Go ahead.
You know, so my thing is, I want a man that I can talk to. What is it that you want to talk to me about? Because we don't talk about the same shit. Right. My thing is, if you want to know if a man, if you guys gel as friends, if you want a friend or you want a partner or a relationship, because our views on relationship is totally different. I know mine's is me. You want to make me happy? You give me some of that box, and then we can talk about some money and how we gonna level up. You know, on everything. Everything is about you know, I can love you, but for the most part, if we ain't talking about sex, you're not a comedian, so you're not funny. Right? It's rare that I find a girl that, you know, that I want to actually talk to, you know, that I want to talk to or communicate to. They are out there. There's a lot of good women out there that can, you know, that can communicate. I just ain't found none because you motherfuckers ain't really that funny, you know. But as far as relationships is concerned, if you want to know how much a guy really wants you, just I'll be like, look, nigga, if you're not getting none of this, okay, now what? I bet he leave. I bet that nigga like, oh, ain't no use of me being in this relationship because there's no incentive for me to be with you. And that's just my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah.